Hello, this is the Wall 200. I'm here with a retrospective of Dragon Ball Super. I've been wanting to do this video for a while, just getting around to it. So let's begin. At the start of the series, it went over the Battle of the Gods. Now, this is probably was kind of a shitty idea at the time. I didn't really like how they redid the whole thing. They could have done like the first, maybe like the last chapters, not the first chapters, but the last ones, like maybe like 3 or 4 episodes of them, ending the Battle of the Gods, if that makes sense. Like that's the beginning of the Black Goku saga. Is like 3 or 4 episodes of them finishing the Battle of the Gods, then going to the Black Goku saga. And in a way, this is kind of a good thing because all the shitty animation was, and the start of the Battle of Gods, that was a big problem. The animation budget, whatever was wrong with it, was all within the first, I guess, saga of them redoing the whole Battle of Gods. So I guess the Black Goku saga dodged the bullet with the shitty animation stuff. I guess they could have started with the Black Goku saga just without doing the whole Resurrection F thing. It would have been fine. But onto the Black Goku saga. This was a pretty damn good saga at first. I was really getting excited for it. I think there was a lot of hype behind it. Everyone wanted to know who Black Goku was, and it was developing pretty damn good, and the pacing was really good. Then at the very end, it seemed extremely rushed, and it's just like they did a lot of things that didn't make any sense, like Trunks knowing how to do the Spirit Bomb, then focusing into his sword, and like the fusion, and a bunch of weird stuff that didn't seem to make a whole lot of sense that they just threw in here just because they felt like it. It just seemed so, I guess, contrived a bit that they just ended it on that note especially after setting everything up. So it was just a really disappointing ending to what could have been a great saga. Then we got into the whole Tournament of Power, which was pretty cool. But they made up an excuse why Boo wouldn't show up again, which is kind of stupid. And they got Frieza back. I understand why they got Frieza back because it was just a huge marketing ploy. That was a really smart move by them to just cash in on Frieza again. Like that's where the main villains are. He's one of the favorite villains, if I'm not mistaken, and he's just like it's just made sense to use Frieza. And I guess Boo had to suffer for that. They did make him a little bit more relevant in the upcoming Moro arc, but they haven't animated that, so there you go. Now, the Tournament Powers was, I'm a little bit sick, excuse me, was pretty good, but they had some really, really fucking bad episodes, especially with the sniper episode. That was just terrible. I think that was universally hated by everybody. Like the episode didn't really make any sense, and it felt completely out of fucking place, and it was just stupid. It should never fucking existed, to be freaking honest. I think they introduced a lot of unique characters and a lot of unique powers, and the whole Jiren thing was a little bit weird. He just sat there for 90% of the time. That was a big problem. Like they didn't develop his character too much until the very end. It's like they hold back like all the shit that needs to happen to the very end. They develop all this stuff, then just shove everything in at the end. This just feels really weird and rushed all the damn time. And that's like a kind of repeating pattern with Dragon Ball Super was. And overall, looking back at it, it was had a lot of issues. Not gonna lie, like the whole animations and some of the freaking episodes is just completely fucking terrible. And like the pacing was completely off, and they had a lot of good things going for it, and they just didn't execute it properly. They could have had a lot of good things in here. I mean, some of the things they did do were good. but there was a lot of stuff they did was also bad. So it's a mixed bag kind of thing, and overall, I think it's just, I don't know. I don't think it's bad, but I don't think it's good at the same time. It's just a little bit above average. I'd say I'd give everything a rating from beginning, from Dragon, the beginning of Battle of the Gods, series arc to all the way to the ending of the Tournament of Power. I'd give it like a 6 out of 10, and that's, I think I'm being pretty generous on that 6. It's just above average. It's nothing to write home about. It's nothing too like, oh my god, this is the most hype shit ever. And it's not just like complete and utter trash either. So there is I thought was a lot more good done in these series than bad. And that's where I think I am with the series as a whole. That's pretty much all I have to say. Thank you for listening. Rate, comment, and subscribe.